Pisces. This is your week ahead tarot card reading for Pisces Tarot. It is an energy reading that applies to Pisces sun, moon, and rising sign. This is your reading, so please take it how and where it resonates in your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to help us grow over here for Pisces specific energy and readings all the time. 100% Pisces. Okay, for those of you who are looking for private readings, I do those. Please check out my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. There's no more bookings available this week, but you can still book out next week, and I hope you do. If you love astrology the way I do, I have a second YouTube channel that focuses exclusively on astrology, so please check that out. It's called Astrology Motivation, and I do a weekly forecast for Pisces all the time over there, every single week. I was just going to say, but it's weekly. Hello. And I hope that you'll enjoy that and subscribe over there as well. These messages are timeless. They come to you every single week. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button so you get notified when it comes out fresh every single week, every single Wednesday. But ultimately, Pisces, there's so many great videos that'll come to you when they are meant to come to you. And I encourage you to check them out, see which one calls to you. This energy is quite spiritual, actually. Life is a mystery. Learn from the past, and there is always enough. Let's review the cards with me. So we have these energies here. This is all about something that is masked or unseen or was unknown. Right? But at the same time, it kind of wants to be. It's supposed to be mysterious. And in a lot of ways, this is the kind of energy that will test your faith. And then we have learn from the past. This is maternal energy or parental energy. It's protective, but it's also a sense of literally, what have you learned? What have you learned from the past? What didn't you know that you know now? Or understanding that maybe something about the unknown isn't as horrifying this time around because in the past it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. And then we have there is always enough. And this is your energy. So it means you are enough. Even if, and whatever you're going through, it does imply that there's a little bit of hardship this week in terms of how you feel about yourself. But there's also this sense of, but you've also been through something like this before. And the level of maturity and experience that you have now is making it a little bit less than it was the first time around, because you know from experience that maybe what is unknown is actually good for me. Or I don't need to know everything, right? I have enough. I am enough with who I am. And maybe not everybody needs to see that right now, or I don't need everything clear to me right now. I am going to be content with what I do know and where I am at this moment. And that's where we begin your reading. There's something coming back around here for you. It's like a karmic cycle that this time around you get to complete, because you know better this time around. And it's definitely got to do with a greater sense of yourself and what you're capable of. You have experience with this, and it won't end up the way that it did last time. The Hermit energy, perhaps you're dealing with a Virgo, or this has to do with something about a job. This could also have to do with something that you were trying to keep on the DL. You didn't want everybody to know. We have a spinner here, and that's the card. So there's something here that says, like, it didn't go, it's against fate. So something here was kind of sneaky or kind of hidden. The High Priestess is in reverse, so it's not about intuition. It could very well be taking action that's counter to what your intuition tells you. And I really want to understand that a little bit better. Victory and success. And that's what you've learned from the past. So it's almost like in some ways what you're being asked to do this week feels counterintuitive, especially since it is Virgo energy, which is directly opposite energy from you, right? You are psychic and intuitive and faithful. Virgo is not. Virgo is very much, I will see it when I believe it. I'm going to slowly and surely work on it every single day. I need it measured. I need it certain. And I also need it predictable. So it's counterintuitive, and it feels counterintuitive, and I'm so glad you're watching now, because you can ensure, even though it doesn't feel right, it is right, and it's going to get you the success that you want. But you're going to have the personal power to allow yourself to be counterintuitive. Intuition this week is very convoluted because of what's going on with Neptune and Mars and Mercury. So ultimately, there's this sense of what you could lean on this week, and where you'll be the most successful is just doing the boring stuff, just doing the routine stuff. Stick to your routine. You will be happy that you did. And I think it's your experiences from the past that is going to enable you the insight and the wisdom to know that that is the right choice, and you'll be able to do it. There's clarity here. There is success here, but it's starting from the past. So it's this, whatever this was in the past, that is helping to pave way, because now you have clarity into a future by the decisions that you make today. There is now clarity based on something that has already happened to you. Let's get deeper into this. Let's keep going. Okay, how about this? What is this mystery? What did Pisces learn? What did Pisces learn? The Knight of Cups, so it's something about attraction, being attracted to somebody, a sexual attraction, making an offer of love. Maybe it has literally to do with a fire sign who is extremely attractive, coming back into your life and offering you this cup of love. And it's going to be very tempting, especially since things will feel so boring right now. But ultimately, you have a lot more options that are coming to you, Pisces. You have many options that are available. So it's saying you don't have to settle or go back to the expected thing. And there's clarity here in your knowing your own talents, and you're freely showing them to somebody. And there are offers on the table here. But what does that have to do with any kind of... What does that have to do with this life is a mystery, learn from the past? Which one to choose? Where the real potential is. And there is real potential here, because there's this energy of maybe doing work that you've done in the past, or what you learned in school, being able to finally put it to use, because there's some sense of resting on what you already know works or brings in abundance to you. Relying on that. So it's definitely reliable experience. I know this is not too glamorous yet. We're going to keep getting deeper. Remember, there's always an extended reading. And this is not a half reading, guys. It's never a half reading. It is a full reading. But I invite you to continue to share some time with me where I can be completely uncensored and go real deep and get real specific. Because you do pay for the extended, but that also gives us a lot more freedom. And that's what I love about them. So hopefully you'll enjoy them with me. The links are down below, or you can just go over to my website. They're always on my website if you don't know how to find them or you can't use those links. If you're watching on television, I can tell you right now, there's no links available to you. So you're going to have to grab your phone, laptop, or go to your desktop. All the links are available there. I will hope to see you. There is some sort of reflection here. Taking a break and reflecting on how you've been hurt, or injuries from the past, or ways that things that have still upset you in some way. You're going to be able to resolve them this week and then be able to see clearly. But that's kind of what it is. First, you have to resolve the fears and the sadness by sort of retreating into yourself, sort of hermit mode, and sort of confronting them. And then it'll be very clear. It could even be, you know, something you haven't done for a long time, or something that you rejected and wanted to get away from, is exactly the solution to this issue, especially when it comes to work or vocation, not necessarily lovers. I think it's the experience from the past that is going to help you, especially in that situation, choose the right way forward, whatever or whoever is the best investment for you. Let's choose a moon card, because on the 30th, there is a full moon in Pisces. And that's going to be tremendous energy, guys, because it's conjuncting Saturn, as well as especially some of your natal suns. So this is a very, very emotional freaking moon, one that confronts how heavy, especially with Saturn and the moon involved, a lot of parental issues, the stuff that sat heavy on you, responsibilities that have sat heavy on your shoulder, and a sense of letting that pop and letting it go. So it's going to be, it's a super moon. The moon is very close right now, so it'll be a super moon and a blue moon because it's the second one in August. So Pisces, this is a big one and very emotional. There's a lot that's going to pop, but the release is going to feel very good. We have Hold Your Vision coming out in the future. And what that's telling me is a timeline, and I'll explain how. So it's coming out toward the end of the week or into next week. And what happens after a full moon? We're going to have to go to half moon, right? It is definitely a sense of release and then continue your journey. So don't let the emotions get in the way. Hold your vision. You will be going through an emotional upheaval, but at the same time, stay tethered and connected to what you have committed yourself to. And it is the pedantic, it is the day-to-day that is actually going to offer you a sense of comfort, purpose, and direction. Do not let all this shit that's coming out now distract you from what you've committed yourself to. That's very important. Ooh, Pisces. This is never easy energy. Oh, wow, I didn't expect that to come. You have to follow something through to completion. And this week is really going to test you and try to make you not do that. But I think your wisdom and experience, yeah. It could be that you're learning not from your personal mistakes, but from the mistakes of your mother or father. And how they didn't see and then went blindly into something. And this is a sense of you learning and not making those same mistakes. So this could be ending some generational curse or karma by not repeating the same BS. And then we have the Star card. Let me show you first what came out. We have this, which is the Four of Wands, which is it's completing a cycle. It's feeling complete. It's getting to a place where your passions are actually celebrated. It can also reflect a celebration or a party or a gathering or get together. Could also represent coupling, getting together with somebody, marrying somebody, or completing this energy of going through with it and bringing it to completion. Whatever it is, the Star card is here. This is a wish come true. Things always get most difficult and most challenging. It's like the devil always works overtime to make you lose right before you're about to fucking win. And so the secret to this week is to just keep doing what you're doing, even though there's so many freaking temptations to stop or to make you question your value or whether or not you'll even be able to put up with all of this. Step by step, one step at a time. Don't you dare give up. Let's go to the extended. I will see you guys there.